Will be looking to make a statement. Last game against the Nuggets, they lost in the Mile High City.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled. But in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, you know, Greg, but to me it appeared as though they just had heavy legs. I mean, just looked to be very tired out there at the end.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Davis is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Jordan. Then it's Kareem. And it's Westbrook in at the point. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. Jordan kicks to LeBron. Davis sets a screen. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That is his first foul of the game.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Denver on D. A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special. How about that good look by Jordan on that one?
Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Utah Jazz. Curry kicks to Nowitzki. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Jordan the pass to Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook. The Hornets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Kobe throws it down.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Davis. Chamberlain with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. And stolen by Chamberlain. Outside for Curry. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They've had a cold start so far. Just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Now here's Curry. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Jordan kicks to Abdul-Jabbar. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, "Love never fails." And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
Now here's Kobe. To the paint, Chamberlain. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Always fun to watch Kobe setting other people up.
Westbrook dishes to Davis. Misses in close.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Shot clock at 5. Curry passes to Nowitzki. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls for Nowitzki. The Nuggets trail by 7. Outside Westbrook. In the corner, it's James. Davis kicks to LeBron. The kick out to Westbrook. Puts it up. It's good from the top of the key. Westbrook's got his first 2 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Inside, here's Chamberlain. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Chamberlain got his second bucket tonight.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
James, no good. Hornets leading by 7. Bird kicks to Kobe. It's stolen by Davis. LeBron left side. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. They get it back. Back to James from past the arc. They shoot again. The shot's good from Abdul-Jabbar.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Group on the floor now for Charlotte. And Denver also making a switch. Irving's checked in for James. Hornets leading by 3. And it's Johnson penetrating. And he uses the glass on the layup. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
Here's Westbrook. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Now here's Johnson. Here's Malone. Another shot. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And a chance here to see the numbers for Davis. Great showing for him last season. First in blocks, 4th in scoring, and he was such a reliable option offensively, finishing in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And there was a block party up in here last season. Woohoo! Clearly the best at what he does in that regard. Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Malone's shot, good.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
The drive by Jordan. Nice D from Russell.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Johnson dishes to Russell. Kicks it out to Johnson. 5 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Westbrook leading the charge.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
So here's Westbrook. Tries a 3 off the inbound.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Hornets.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this time out here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
Malone's checked in for Charlotte. West comes in for Iverson. Big group substitution here for Denver. O'Neal's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Garnett comes in for Davis. Durant's checked in for Irving. And it's James Harden in for Russell Westbrook.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
1:37 left to play in the first. Johnson against Harden. Last passes to Malone. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Malone's got 6.
And with Harden in the playoffs, it was an all-or-nothing situation at times. He definitely stole some games for Houston in their run to the conference finals. But, man, did he have a rough one when they were eliminated by the Warriors.
And it's Johnson penetrating. Kicks it out to Mullen. Malone outside. It's deflected. Stolen by Harden. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist by Shaq. And now just a 3-point Hornets lead. The Hornets have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket.
And, you know, that tough game for Harden in the conference finals, a dozen turnovers for him, set an NBA record for most turnovers in a playoff game. Not how he wanted to go out, but he showed he can carry a team for stretches during the playoffs.
Here's Johnson. .32 seconds left in the first quarter. He kicks to Malone. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Malone's got his first bucket in this one. Garnett, right side. .19 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Jordan gets it to go.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Malone kicks to Johnson. Malone, a screen on Harden. Back to Malone. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Harden outside with 2 seconds left, and O'Neal finishes inside.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Hornets ahead, up 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
It's all about the depth, really. The bench has been the difference. The bench play really has separated these two teams.
Yeah, it's been a huge advantage for them. That bench has really made a nice contribution.
The Nuggets trail. Taking a look at the Nuggets, LeBron James is out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then it's Harden, and it's Abdul-Jabbar in at the 5. Chamberlain with the block, and they're able to recover. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. Russell Westbrook is second, Steph Curry fourth.
You know, it's really hard to measure just how much impact these two had on their teams. I mean, either one of these guys would have been a good choice for an all-defensive squad.
And he can't hit the second.
He should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Bryant's shot is good.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends.
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
And the Hornets making a change here. Russell's checked in. Abdul-Jabbar the screen. Westbrook kicks to LeBron. Dishes it to Davis. Just 4 to shoot. James has a 2-pointer. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And so here's Charlotte. Curry with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Bird. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Boy, that's his second foul, and he does not want to pick up number 3 here. That'll mess your game up for sure.
The Hornets have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. Harden can't hit. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear second half of the season. And then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
Charlotte moving it around. They double-team Bird. And here are the Nuggets now. Curry against Westbrook. Looking to get back on track here. It's good, and that's just his third make in 10 shots. An off game for him.
And for Harden coming in second in the MVP race, he had a lot of first-place votes, and nobody knew if he or Curry would win the award. In most other seasons, he would have won the MVP.
And for Harden last year, he could have easily have won the MVP, probably would have in other seasons. His big talking point for the award was how he carried the Rockets on his back. And he might have been the most valuable player to his team with the performances he had last year.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Jordan comes in for James Harden. And it's Robertson in for Russell Westbrook. And stolen by Russell. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Curry dishes to Bryant. Curry passes to Russell. Bird outside. No good. Now Denver takes it the other way. On up the court. Outside for Davis. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. That's Nowitzki at the elbow. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. That one on Davis. And as usual, he's the one directing traffic out there, guys.
And guys, he always has such a firm grasp of exactly what the game plan is. He's always talking, making sure that all 5 guys are on the same page.
Allen Iverson's checked in for Charlotte. Here is Robertson. To the inside, Davis. A rebound by Bill Russell. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Bird. Good. And it's Iverson who picks up the assist. Bird's got 6 points in the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. That's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Chamberlain's checked in for Russell. Malone comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Mullins checked in for Larry Bird. And it's Johnson in for Allen Iverson. Big group substitution here for Denver. Shaq's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Garnett comes in for Davis. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for LeBron. And James Harden subbed in for Robertson. The Nuggets shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Stolen by O'Neal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Harden, no good. Hornets leading by 7. Cloak loose. Durant with the steal. It's tipped. Stolen by Magic. Here's Mullen. No good. Now Denver takes it the other way. And Durant, here we go. Johnson with the block. And they get it back. Jordan against Kobe. Durant kicks to Shaq. Just 5 on the clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. It's stolen by Bryant. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And finish off by Bryant.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
Garnett the pass to Durant. And that one comes up a bit short.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
O'Neal kicks to Durant. From deep. Durant with another miss.
And, guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
2 on none. No one back to stop this.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
And that's what the alley-oops guys will do for your team.
The shot's good from Mullen. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Malone. And West subs in for Mullen. Big group substitution here for Denver. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Shaq. LeBron comes in for Kevin Garnett. Allen's checked in for Jordan. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for James Harden. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
It's West with the drive. Durant with the steal.
Yeah, you know, you could see him bait him. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. 1:30 left in the first half of the game. Westbrook kicks to LeBron. Back to Westbrook. Lets it go. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Kobe with the steal. Hit his foot. And it's whistled a kick. Johnson attacking. The basket good off the assist from Chamberlain. 6 points for Johnson.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here. Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
Chamberlain with a screen on Westbrook. Nowitzki a screen. West kicks to Nowitzki. Kicks it out to Johnson. He dishes it to West. 5 on the clock. Nowitzki a screen. It's West with the drive. He used that pick to get in close. West has got the lead up to 14 now for the Hornets.
Well, that was Dirk Nowitzki getting in the way of the defense right there. Well done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Allen inside the three-point line. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Johnson dishes to Kobe. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Denver making a switch here. And Kobe drops them both. Seven seconds left in the second quarter. Irving from long range. No good. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hornets lead by 16. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, James, throughout the first half, you struggled with turnovers. Is keeping better control of the ball a major focus for the second half?
Yeah, that's still too many turnovers, especially unforced turnovers. So we got to really lock in on our turnovers, make the right play at all times.
James, we appreciate the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Some incredible work in this one by Kobe Bryant. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 5 steals. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the... All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Well, how about Kobe in this one? He has 14 points and also 5 steals.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
Steph Curry's out there with Bryant. Then there's Chamberlain. Then there's Bird. And it's Nowitzki in at the 4 spot. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. Shot's good.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Curry outside. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
2 points.
Last outing for Charlotte was a loss to Miami. Curry outside. But they get it back. Again, Curry missing.
He still hasn't been able to convert from the field. He's just struggling to find his shot.
Abdul-Jabbar passes to Jordan. Davis kicks to LeBron. Outside Westbrook. Clock at 6. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Charlotte leading by 11, and the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Kobe. He's got 14. Out to Bird. Shoots the 3. Charlotte no good that time either.
That's not how you want to kick off the second half with 3 straight misses.
Pippen dishes to Davis. Pippen with it. Picked up by Kobe. The drive by Jordan. And he gets the bucket. Jordan's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
And look, rightfully disappointed with how they played here over the course of this run.
Yeah, you know, they haven't looked good at all here lately. Something has to change for him, and we'll see what he's got coming out of the timeout.
And the Hornets making a change here. Johnson's checked in. James Harden, he's checked in for Denver. Charlotte leading by 9. Curry with a wide open look. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And Johnson lays it in. Johnson's got 8.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
Outside for Jordan. Shot is no good. Curry with the defensive effort. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
Nowitzki, the pass to Johnson, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
It's stolen by Davis. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way, and LeBron throws it down.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And, you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well. And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. He's got 7. And it's Davis at the elbow. Just 5 to shoot. Harden outside. And stolen by Nowitzki. And a fast break now for the Hornets. Nowitzki leading the charge. The shot by Johnson, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint. And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Johnson kicks to Chamberlain, and stolen by James. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
Looky here. How about that one? That play, take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook for future reference.
Perfectly done. He put it on a platter for him. Gosh, that was neat.
And guys, how about the touch there on the finish? Really just flawless.
And the dunk by Jordan.
And the offense has just operated really smoothly here in the open floor.
Yeah, and for them to reduce the lead, they should keep the pace brisk. I mean, that's how they've generated the highest quality shots.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
The Nuggets trail by 7. To the middle. It's tipped. Inside, Abdul-Jabbar. Some changes for Charlotte. Iverson comes in for Johnson. And West subs in for Steph Curry. And Denver with a change here, too. Garnett's checked in. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And here's James outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. At one point, they led by 16. Down low, got a piece of it. Kevin Garnett with the steal. Now Abdul-Jabbar, 7 points in the game. Harden dishes to Abdul-Jabbar from 11 feet away. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got his 3rd assist on the night. From deep, Iverson. Garnett grabs the board. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Jazz in Utah. The drive by LeBron. And he jams it with authority.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
And the Hornets call time here.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Malone's checked in for Chamberlain. Mullen comes in for Larry Bird. Bryant checked in for Allen Iverson. And it's Johnson in for West. The Nuggets also changing it up. O'Neal's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Allen comes in for Michael Jordan. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for James Harden.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contest.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Hornets.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Yeah, it took them a while, but now they're starting to get into a flow from outside. And boy, is that time. His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
LeBron James on the wing, defended by Mullen, and taken away by Johnson. A fast break now for Charlotte. Johnson's got the ball. Nowitzki, the pass to Mullen. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. And now an 8-point Hornets lead.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Moving it up. It's deflected. Mullen kicks to Nowitzki. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and then excellent transition offense.
And really it all stemmed from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor orders.
Boy, it's been a tough go in terms of fouls for him. I mean, my goodness, he can't stay out of the way of fouls.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for O'Neal. Davis comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Ray Allen. LeBron up top, defended by Bryant. The drive by LeBron.
Checking out the game LeBron is having. He has 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And both free throws good for LeBron. 32 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Johnson with it. 8 points for him. Down low. Malone dishes to Nowitzki. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds in this game. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Malone a screen on Westbrook. Johnson kicks to Malone. No good.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's Charlotte up 2. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Here's Curry. A moment here now for an injury report. Now an update on Allen Iverson from our Doris Burke.
Thanks, Kevin. I got some news from the Hornets' head athletic trainer. He said that he twisted his ankle and it's swelling up on him. If he misses a large number of games, you have to think it will have an effect on their chances of winning an NBA title this season. A tough break if that's how it turns out, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
Yeah, and he's a tough guy. My guess is he'll be back before we know it and better than ever.
Greg, I sure hope you're right. I mean, there are just so many uncertainties when it comes to dealing with injuries, though. Let's hope for the best.
So on the floor for Denver, we've got Irving. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Davis. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Pippen in at the 3, the small forward.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And so Russell hits them both. The Nuggets trail by 4. Westbrook passes to Abdul-Jabbar. It's Pippen with the drive, and it's sent back by Russell. Abdul-Jabbar dishes to Irving. Goes back up. The kick out to Westbrook. No good on the triple. Hornets leading by 4. It's Curry outside. Offensive rebound. Russell, and he jams it with authority.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. That's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
And the first one at the line is good. Michael Jordan is checked in for Denver. He hits one and misses one each at the line. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Chamberlain kicks to Curry. Yes, and a nice assist from Chamberlain. Chamberlain got 3 assists now in this one.
He's had an off game thus far, but his team has been able to pick up the slack and find a way to get it done here.
Davis, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And how about Anthony Davis? He grew 7 inches in one summer back in high school. You know, people forget he was committed to go to Cleveland State to play point guard out of high school. But then because of that growth, ends up signing at Kentucky, and the rest is history. So, I mean, you look at that 215-pound frame his rookie season, now up over 240, and that's enabled him to dominate the game even more. And I think it'll also help him improve his health.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. As this game enters winning time, and it really could go either way, he wanted the chance to check in, make sure they're all on the same page, and sticking to the game plan to close it out. Kevin?
Russell sets a screen for Curry. To the inside. Inside runner. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. That's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And he gets the bucket. And Davis admitted he might have stayed another season at Kentucky if he'd known how NBA players would go at him physically in his rookie season.
Yeah, they look to punish him, but he's put on the weight he needs to hold his ground now. He doesn't want to get too much bigger, though. Quickness is such a huge part of his game. Doesn't want to lose that.
And that one's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Jordan kicks to Harden. Curry with the steal. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That's foul number 2 for him. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Pass to Chamberlain. West with a wide open look. Yes, and a nice assist from Chamberlain. Chamberlain got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
Denver calls timeout. Big group substitution here for Denver. Shaq is checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Garnett comes in for Anthony Davis. James checked in for Pippen. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for James Harden. The Nuggets trail by 11. James kicks to Garnett and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Bill Russell.
That's his first personal foul. At the line, Kevin Garnett, 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Westbrook dishes to O'Neal, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Bird outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the wing, and there's another one for the Hornets. The Nuggets trail by 10. And here is James. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. No good from outside. The pass to Bird. Outside Curry. They get a hand on it. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Charlotte. Bryant comes in for West. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. Hornets leading by 10. Curry passes to Chamberlain. Outside for Curry. Shoots. Great D that time from Westbrook. Denver's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Jordan. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Nowitzki's got his 3rd rebound tonight for 3. Kobe Denver grabs the miss. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the dunk by Westbrook.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Here's Curry. Nowitzki with the screen on Westbrook. Curry against Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Stolen by O'Neal. And up the floor again for the Nuggets. Running the court. Now here's James. Shaq in the high post. Denver passing it around. Curry with the steal. No good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack. And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
You know, I look at it this way, guys. It seems to me there are more high flyers at guard than anywhere else in the league these days.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 6. 1:14 left here in the 4th quarter. Big group substitution here for Denver. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for O'Neal. Anthony Davis comes in for Kevin Garnett. Kevin Durant's checked in for LeBron. And it's James Harden in for Russell Westbrook. The Nuggets trail by 6.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Iverson outside. Malone with the screen. Shot clock at 5. Iverson outside. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession. Stolen by Harden. Elbow shot. And it's Russell with the rebound. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession.
At the line for your Hornets, shooting 2.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that puts them up by 5. .32 seconds left to play here in the 4th. And they go to the intentional foul.
They've struggled against him in this one. Just no answer for Johnson. He's got 8 points and 6 assists. Whether it's making a tough pass or coming up with the steal, he's been able to do it.
You're right on with that. He's had a great feel, really, for his teammates as well as the opponent. He's showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Denver calls timeout. They're down by 7. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What do you think, guys?
And you know what? They're not ready to give up yet. They'll try to intentionally foul if they can get a quick hoop.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's what they're talking about, Greg. I mean, it's their only chance. And even if it's a long shot, it is a chance.
Denver making a switch here. Allen's checked in.
That's his first personal foul.
29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Fires the 3. Hornets with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. All going up court. That's good. And the Hornets lead by 9.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Durant kicks to Allen. Offensive rebound, Davis. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
And so it's Charlotte with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now we'll head over to the studio with Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kobe Bryant.
When you're having a night shooting in the high 50s, you're being efficient with your shot selection. He played smart basketball tonight, really made each possession count. He was the difference maker.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You're getting jealous. And he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Preseason round of 2K Pro-Am Road to the Finals is kicking off this weekend. And your team could take home the $250,000 cash prize. Here's all you need to know about the competition. For First off, let's talk about the prizes you're competing for. There's not only $250,000 cash on the line, but the winners will also receive a trip to the 2016 NBA Finals. You guys don't want to miss out on this. Only the absolute best 2K Pro-Am teams will enter the final tournament. And to find those teams, we're running 16 qualifying rounds. It all starts February 15th. Each round gives your team a chance to qualify, but to do that, you need to win at least 4 games during the round. After each win, your 2K Pro-Am team will be given a score based on your team's stats. You can play as many games as you want, but it's only your best 4 games that will count towards your team's standings. Now, before the competition starts, we're giving you guys a chance to get your team Road to the Finals ready. Preseason starts tomorrow, Saturday, January 30th from noon to midnight Eastern Standard Time. And if you need some pointers to give your team that winning edge, check out our previous episodes for Scott O'Gallagher's winning tips. I mean, come on guys, there is $250,000 at stake here. Welcome to 2K's Ultimate Esports event. Good luck. I met up with my fellow Ohio native CJ McCollum to chat all things music, college, and of course, 2K. What's up guys? Today I'm here with CJ McCollum, and I heard you play a little 2K.
Yeah, I play a little bit.
I want to know, is your rating in 2K any motivation for you on the court?
I got a lot of other motivation on the court, but it's always good to play with yourself and have a better rating. I know a lot of guys like to play with their respective teams. I got little cousins and friends that play with the Blazers, and they're like, man, you got to work on your handle or your jump shot releases and where it needs to be. So it's good to finally have a better rating.
You also have some mental badges, and one of them is laid back. So I want to know, how do you get yourself into game mode?
I listen to different music, so we in LA right now, so the Tupac, listen to a little bit of Biggie, some Kendrick, just listen to different stuff, and then once the game starts, I might put some R&B on to kind of relax my mind a little bit, put some Weekend on, something like that.
So speaking of music, I know that you are now hosting a radio show.
Oh yeah. Yes, I am. I partnered with iHeartRadio, and I have 2 shows. I have a Rip City Radio 620 AM show that I do every morning. For the fans of Portland and anybody else that wants to tune in.
Every morning?
Every Friday.
Okay.
Every Friday morning. I want to clarify that. I ain't got that much time. And then Friday nights from 10 to 12 p.m. I take over Portland's #1 station for hip hop and R&B.
Yeah.
Jammin' 107.5.
So let's talk about college a little bit, because you had a different path than a lot of NBA players, but one that I definitely respect and is really cool. So what made you want to stay for 4 years?
I think a lot of things. I think first off, I promised my parents, I promised my mom more specifically that I would get my degree. And I actually started off in the business school. My first semester at Lehigh, I was enrolled in the business school. And after about 3 weeks, I went to my associate head coach. I was like, I don't like this. I'd rather write, and I'm good at writing. And I had to call my mom. She was like, you're not switching from the business school unless you write me something and I approve it. So I was like, okay. So I had to write her something, and if she didn't approve it, she was gonna make me a mistake, because she felt like I was taking the easy way out. And she was like, what are you gonna do with this journalism degree? How do you plan on utilizing this in the future? She's like, you're just trying to be like all the other athletes. I was like, no, Mom, I got a plan. So I told her my plan, we went through it together, and then she approved it, and here I am.
Nice.
What up, 2K fans? Shakedown 2012 here. So you want to be in the top plays? All you have to do is submit a video of your play on social media using the hashtag 2KTVWow. But now, let's grab the top plays from the last 4 episodes and have you choose who gets the 10,000 VC in the first top play of the month for 2016. First up, we have Cuptown 26. Giving the business to the big man. Next, it's J.M. Robinson 2, showing how teamwork makes the dream work. Then we have Egghead 24, with the best bounce to self 360 alley-oop tilt-a-whirl slam ever. Jim Zara getting the whole team involved after the snatch, then the no-look lob for the win. So vote now for who gets the big VC prize. And we'll be back with some more of your top plays for you guys later.
Let's take a look at all your hard work during the My Park Championship. Dazar has all the action.
What's happening, family? It's your man, Dazar, the 2K Whisperer, back in the building for your My Park Championship recap. Before we get it percolating, I'd like to let it be known that house rules are in Old Town. And once again, you choose the rules, baby. And one, where shooting fouls result in free throws. Hustle with quick 12-second shot clocks. Banditos, where each steal earns you 1 extra point. And double alley for 4-point alley oops. Now for last weekend's 17th round of the My Park Championship. I see y'all actually listened to Big Czar. Rivet City tried coasting through the weekend to clinch the championship in a brand new ball. But the Ballers and the Flyers simply were not having it. Playing spoiler, once again, the Flyers grabbed second place. And the 1 point Rivet needed to clinch the championship. All while Sunset Beach took over the weekend, surviving one more round. So what happens now? We're headed into the final round of the My Park Championship, and Sunset Beach needs a repeat result to tie Rivet in the overall standings. Will Old Town cooperate and spoil the Rough Riders' rise to dominance? Or will Sunset Beach and the first Legend 5 of My Park, Dope Swag, make the ultimate comeback to force an extra round? Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say my Rough Riders will ride over all the park this weekend and clinch the championship. But no matter your affiliation, let's get some insight into Dope Swag's rise through the ranks to become NBA 2K's first Tiger Tamer. Hey, Rachel, why don't you and Dope Swag tell 2K Nation what it do? Until next time, it's your man, Nazar, reminding you, real ballers do it in the fall.
What's up, guys? Today I'm here with our first Legend 5 player in My Park, Dope Swag. How many hours did you log to get this Legend 5 status?
A lot of hours. Actually, to be honest, I don't even think it's even healthy, but I don't know. I was just determined. I just wanted to. A lot of people kept doubting me, saying that I wouldn't be the first Legend 5, and I started streaming on Twitch, and a lot of people started tuning in, and a lot of people kept telling me, man, you might be the first Legend 5. So eventually I was like, whoa, and I started taking it serious, and I started really grinding, and I had a lot of time on my hands, so I kind of pretty much took advantage of the moment. Something that I wanted to do, so I really enjoy playing 2K, so I just really grinded for it, and eventually I got it.
Oh my God! Yo, we out, cuz. Yo, we out, cuz.
So now you have a pet tiger.
Yep. My pet tiger, Tony. That's his name.
Tony, is that from the cereal?
Yeah.
So what's next for you? Are you gonna continue to grind it out in My Park, or are you thinking about Pro-Am, My GM, My Team?
That's a good question. Right now, currently, I'm working on getting me and my squad for Pro-Am. We're trying to be in that, in that tournament.
Tell me about your teammates.
We play as a team. We have our own, our own style of play. A lot of people like to go ISO. We don't. We actually have our own set plays in the park. And I feel like if we get into Pro-Am, we have our own set plays in Pro-Am, we can go really far in that.
So congratulations, and thank you again for coming on 2K TV.
Nah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Next week on 2K TV, we hang with Andre Drummond and make our NBA All-Star predictions. I'll see you guys soon. episode of NBA 2K TV. We give you details for 2K Pro-Am Road to the Finals. We have an exclusive with the Portland Trail Blazers' CJ McCollum.